guys, Azralynn here with a quick review of No70 Eye of Basir. No70 Eye of Basir is an atmospheric first-person adventure with some horror elements. You are searching for your brother who seems to have vanished into thin air. While looking for information, you stumble across an ancient brotherhood that protects a powerful object called the Eye of Basir. I don't want to give away too many details, but as the story developed, there was potential for the game to really delve into the supernatural and psychological horror. However, I was disappointed that they never took advantage of this opportunity, and the story overall wound up being somewhat bland. The gameplay feels like that of a walking simulator. The atmosphere may be a little spooky at times, but the game's attempts at jump scares fall flat. As you play, you'll need to find and interact with objects in order to trigger events. You can only interact with specific items that are intended for immediate use, and you wind up having to do a lot of backtracking to trigger events before you can progress. For example, in one part of the game, I needed to input a 4-digit code, and even though I figured out the code from a hint, I was forced to do several other tasks before I could actually use the code. On the Steam store page, the game claims to have difficult puzzles, but frankly, the puzzles are a complete joke. You can use an item to view the world slightly differently, but the majority of the game just feels like a series of fetch quests and item searches, and it's not particularly engaging or enjoyable. I don't consider walking to pick up an item and then taking that item to interact with something else to be challenging at all. The graphics are a mixed bag. As a whole, the environments look decent, but there are some minor texture issues, poor anti-aliasing, and invisible walls that seriously hurt the immersion. The game also lacks any basic graphic or audio options. The lack of options wouldn't bother me too much, but some of the lens flare effects were blinding, and some of the blurry vision effects were really distracting at times. As for the audio, the voice acting for the narrative is okay, the music is good, and the ambience is decent enough. The controls are not customizable, and there's only partial controller support right now. The game took me about 2 hours to complete, but there were lots of times where I had to backtrack to click on a specific item or walk a certain way for events to trigger properly. No70 Eye of Basir aspires to be so much more than it actually is. The puzzles are non-existent, the unique atmosphere isn't anything special, and while the psychological horror elements had potential, they failed to come to fruition. No70 Eye of Basir isn't a terrible game, but it's mediocre at best. If you want to check out some more gameplay, I'll post a link in the description below. I hope this review has helped you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and post your feedback in the comments below. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful day.